Today we're going to talk about relationships. How would you like to have the ultimate relationship? And if you're someone who's not currently in a relationship, how would you like to create that relationship? And maybe you're someone who's in a relationship right now that's kind of been dragging, and maybe it's fallen apart over the years. How would you like to bring it back together? And not just bring it together, but take it to new levels. Levels of love and passion and energy where you share that connection that you used to when you first connected with someone. How would you like to have that type of connection? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be getting into in this video today. You know, there's a lot I've learned about relationships just by observing and working with individuals in their relationships, but I've learned a whole bunch by observing my own relationship and the relationships I have with other people. And we're not just talking about your intimate relationship here. Let's just talk about relationships in general. You know, you have a relationship, a connection with a friend or a loved one, a family member. And there's a connection being shared between the two of you that really makes that relationship that much more important, that much more awesome in your life. You know, maybe this person you have a friend with and they make you laugh all the time. And whenever you guys connect, it's always about joking and never taking anything seriously and just having a good time. You know, maybe this other connection here is someone that you turn to for wisdom, for guidance, for knowledge, to share ideas, or maybe to express your feelings and kind of get a different level of connection, a level of knowing and guidance in this life. And maybe that person's a great person to bounce ideas off of, or that person's just, you know, you can go and just dump whatever your frustrations is on them and they'll just listen. They're a good listener. So that connection there is about listening, is about observing. And then you have the intimate relationship where you share that love, that passion, and it's well balanced because you go there and this person just knows you inside and out. No matter what you do, this person's there for you. No matter how stressed out you are, this person's there to help you get through the stress, get through the frustrations, get past the overwhelm. This person really knows how to go deep and melt down those walls. And that's an intimate connection that you share with this person and that you can spend your time with and you want to spend the rest of your life with. And that relationship just takes your life and all the other relationships that you have to new levels because you're just so full of energy. You know, I always hear that a good relationship will bring out your best and a bad one will bring out your worst. But you have to make sure that if you're in a relationship that's bad and it's bringing out the worst in you, or it's making you upset and out of balance, it doesn't mean it has to be over. Maybe that relationship just needs to go back to the connection. Maybe that's a relationship just needs a shift, in a minor shift in just a different direction to help you pick it back up and bring it back together. And then start to take it to new levels by saying, how can I give to this relationship instead of always taking and receiving? Or how can I listen more? Or how can I influence the relationship to show more love? So after working with individuals in their relationships on countless levels of issues, challenges, and problems, if you will, you know, I've figured out what it is that really brings two people together. And it's not the money, the cars, which a lot of times that is the case, and that's why it ends in divorce. And it's not necessarily the way they look. So what is the one thing that keeps relationships together? And that is a connection. The connection you share between you and another person. So there's a love for that connection. You know, it's in the way someone looks at you. It's in the way your significant other smiles at you or laughs at you, or maybe in their touch when they hold your hand or something, or when they hug you, or maybe it's just how they listen to you, or maybe it's when they get up every morning, they give you the energy and the courage and the insight you need to jumpstart your life and that day to get on a power trip and just say, I'm going to dominate everything that stands my way today because I come from a place of love, giving and receiving. So what is the connection that you share with someone else? Whether it be just a regular friendship relationship or an intimate relationship. And maybe it's someone that you're getting involved in now. You're starting to learn about them. And how fun is that? That's a lot of fun to get to know. There's this like thrill about getting to know someone and what's going on in their life. So when you're in that relationship or you're starting that new relationship, always remember to stay connected to the connection. That's what I mean. Stay connected to the connection. There's a connection between you two. But a lot of times, the reason relationships drift is because we're connected to the person and we're just, okay, this is how it is. We love this person. It's great. And then they start to grow and evolve a little bit in a different direction, or we evolve and we grow and this person didn't catch up yet. And so now we're like, you're not on my level, or why don't you understand me, or why don't you get me, or why don't you do this, or why don't you do that? And we're too busy now. We're trying to be pushy. We're trying to say, you know, why aren't you like me? Or why aren't you doing the things that I like to do? So we have to remember to stay connected to the connection that we share. So originally, why did you get in that relationship? Because that person made you feel good, or maybe they made you laugh. And mainly, I believe that you got into that relationship, or you're getting into a relationship because you want to give. You want to give your love to someone. You want to give your energy to someone. And in return, you receive. So if you're someone that's maybe down here and your significant other's up here and they're saying, why aren't you like this, or what's going on, or maybe they're on this power trip and you're down here depressed maybe, or out of balance, like this person gets to enjoy their life and why ain't I? Well, stop separating yourself from the relationship. Come together as a whole. Go to that connection. If maybe your significant other is down and you're up here, then bring them up. Don't come in the house and let them drop the bomb of negativity on you. Go in the house and say, hey, what can I do to serve you? What can I do to make you feel better? And then listen to what they're asking. And a lot of times they're not going to say it. It's going to be in their body language. So you have to pay attention to your partner's body language. If they're walking around like this, obviously they're not in a good mood. They're depressed or they're tired. So what can you do to really wake them up? And it doesn't have to say, oh, let's go work out or let's go do this. And those are all great. They're all state changes. And you can take them outside the house and change their environment. That's all great. But another way to do it is simply just by melting down those walls. Saying, we don't have to do anything else, just stay in the house, and then I'll give you my connection. I'll give you my love. I'll give you my energy. And go where love is. Always give from a place of love. Because when you do that, you melt down walls. You get rid of frustration. You get rid of overwhelm. So focus on the love and that connection. And remember, when you're connected with someone, it's not just about what can we do, how do we plan for the future, or we got to pay these bills, or together now your money's my money and vice versa, or my bills are your bills. It goes beyond that. Because when you separate yourself from all the material things in this world, what do you have with? If you separate yourself from the looks, because you didn't meet that person because you were 100% attracted to them, because what carries you through your relationship in your life, this journey, is not looks. It goes far and beyond that. You know what I'm talking about. It's that energy, it's that love, it's that feeling that you get when you're with that person. When you're away from them, you can't wait to get back to them and be around them all the time. So you have to find that. And if, like I said, if your relationship has drifted apart a little bit, find out what is it that has drifted apart. Did the person stop showing up every day with flowers? Or did the person stop showing up every day without greeting you a smile? Or have you stopped showing up with flowers or greeting with a smile? Or have you stopped telling them that you love them every day? Or did it come into saying, oh, hey, what's for dinner? And you kind of sit down and you don't get involved. Bring the passion back into your relationship. If there's an opportunity in the kitchen, and what I mean by this is if you come in the kitchen, guys, and your ladies cooking the food, making a meal, set the table. Or get involved. Start cutting up some food, start helping them. Start doing some things that really have fun. And maybe you can have some fun in the kitchen. Maybe even go crazy and start a food fight. But all as long as it's playful and fun. Or if you get home and the house isn't cleaned yet, gentlemen, you can really sweep your women off their feet by simply just cleaning the whole house and don't say anything. Let them come home and realize that. Because they're going to be looking for these things. Trust me. And when you do that, you're going to feel so much good because you did something for your house, you did something for your girl, you gave her a break, and you showed her that you're in this together. You're going to help them polish off this relationship and make it that much more brighter and shinier by giving love to everything you do. Get passionate about helping them out. Because, we do move in together. We do live together. We are in this together. And when your relationship gets to that stage, there's a lot of things that you guys take on as commitments. So you have to have fun with those commitments. Don't just say we're paying the bills. Just say we're designing a lifestyle. We're growing a relationship. We're getting to new levels. So find ways to bring the passion and the love and the energy out of your relationship and just have so much fun with it. So, ladies, if you come home and your man's stressed out, you know how to melt their walls. Go to him, give him a hug, show him your attention, do something fun and playful, do something different that they're not used to. You know how to do that. You know what I'm talking about. Find ways to bring the passion back in by giving your man what he's looking for, what he's lacking. If your man's angry and upset, obviously he's missing love today. He's not coming from a place of love. So bring it right back. Show him where the love's at. It's right here. It's between you two. And then allow him to feel that energy and start to radiate out. So how do you improve the quality of your relationship? Well, there are 10 degrees of connection that you must focus on in order to improve the quality of your relationship, to take it to the next level, to crush the limits that maybe you're at now. So here are the 10 degrees of connection. Number 1, think of your relationship as a place where you can go to give unconditionally. Number 2, be open to receive and listen. Number 3, know the levels of your connection. Number 4, give what you most want to receive. Number 5, use your creative self to enhance the quality of your relationship. Number 6, Ask questions that encourage love to be expressed. Number 7, be spontaneous. Number 8, commit to improving the quality of your relationship. Number 9, allow your relationship to be more flexible. And number 10, surround your relationship with other empowering relationships. Here's one of the things you can do to practice connecting to the connection, really acknowledging that connection you share, or finding that connection. Maybe you're like, I don't know what the connection is to share. Maybe I do like them for this, or maybe I do love them for this. But what is it really? And it comes down to feeling, emotion. So close your eyes when they're with that person. And if they're not with you right now, just think about them right now. Maybe they're at work right now. Think about everything that they do for you and how incredible they make you feel, and what really makes you smile when you're with them. And maybe you can think about some of those challenging times you've been through with them, that you really stepped up and you grew, and you saw them grow and you pulled it together. And because of that, your relationship is so much stronger. So if you really want to connect with that connection, and you want to know what that is, close your eyes and think about it. So close your eyes right now, think about that connection. What is it that they do to make you laugh? What is it that they do to make you smile? What do they do to make you just feel happy? What do they do, and what does the relationship do for you that really makes you feel so in balance, so centered, so grateful? How do they make you feel when they come home and they just give you all their attention? How do they make you feel when they come home and they say, surprise, I got this for you? Or they come home and say, surprise, I just want to tell you that I love you. Or they leave a sticky note somewhere on your desk or your laptop or your refrigerator in your lunch bag, and you get up and you look at it and you're like, wow. Or you pick up the phone and you hear them on the other line. How does their voice make you feel when you pick up that phone and it's them saying, hey, how you doing? What's your day like? Or hey, I'm just calling to see, what's going on. I'll be home in a little bit. How does that feel? Or knowing that you've connected with this person to share the rest of your life with, and because of that, your life is going to be so much better, so full with greatness, moments of passion, moments of love and energy. How does that relationship make you feel? Not just by visuals, by feeling, because that's really what it is. A relationship is not all about seeing it, talking about it, trying to understand it, trying to fix it. A relationship is about feeling. How does it make you feel? How can you make them feel? I tell you what, if you look over at your significant other right now when they come home, and you just give them that look, give them a smile, that right there is going to change their state immediately. Something inside them is going to be like, wow, I feel loved, I feel happy. Or they're going to say, I'm so lucky. Or maybe you could say, I'm so lucky for my relationship right now. I'm the luckiest man or woman right now in the world because of my connection with this person, because of my relationship. I'll tell you what, my own relationship makes me feel so incredible. My life is so much better because of my relationship. Every day it gets better and better and stronger and stronger. That doesn't mean that every day we have the best day and we're all in love, we're not each other's necks all the time, because that does happen. Maybe you do have your days where you're out of balance and the other person's frustrated and someone's pushing your buttons and you kind of just dump your energy onto them. Or maybe you guys have a disagreement. But it's the fact that those little disagreements really help bring you guys together. But as long as you're not bickering and at each other's throats all the time about stuff that doesn't mean anything. Because when it comes down to it, never pull your love away from the relationship. Never end your day or go out throughout your day without saying to that person that I love you dearly. Me and my wife, we have such an incredible connection. And we always say this, that we'll always kiss you goodnight. So she always kisses me goodnight, I always kiss her goodnight. And that's just been our thing. It's like, we're not, no matter where we're at, and if we're not completely together, we tell you we love you and we give kisses. So that's the thing, is always find something. Don't end your day without telling a person you love them or kissing them goodnight. Or just saying, you know what, hugs. Hugs through the phone or text messaging, hugs and kisses. Find ways to really make that relationship stand out. There's so many different things, small things that you can do to make such an incredible difference in your relationship. Like I said, the sticky notes. Try this right now. If you haven't done it in a while, write a little sticky note saying, I love you, or you're hot, or you're sexy, and stick it on the laptop, stick it on the refrigerator, stick it in their lunch pile, stick it in their visor in their car. Somewhere that they're going to see it when they're just doing something, and it kind of catches them off guard, and they're like, oh, wow. And then they're going to stop and think about it, and they're going to do that for you, and it's going to be this playful little game, and that's another way to be playful. So find ways to bring that out and really make your relationship that much more better.